Hello everyone, Leo here, and welcome back to the Diaz Traveling Show.
Episode number 4.
Today we have a pretty exciting show as we take you into Greece and our journey there.
Specifically Athens and what we did during that trip. Now, Athens has been on our bucket list for ages, and if you like the video game God of War, or watched Hercules as a kid, or anything that is based off of Greek mythology, you should know where it all started. Pretty cool being in the heart of it all. And knowing that this was the origins of the Greek gods, Donna and I knew why I felt so at home here. Now, on top of that, the history of Greece and its influence on modern society and civilization helps one to develop an appreciation for where things are today. Being the birthplace of democracy, one can't help but think that this is such a profound place to be. Now, exploring Athens was our biggest priority, and with so much to do, we had to prioritize. The Acropolis, where the Parthenon stands, was our first target, and it was certainly busy, but not as busy as it usually is, as firstly, we had arrived just after summer, and on top of that, the pandemic was still in full swing. Along with several other sites scattered throughout Athens, we got a taste of what city life was like. Just make sure you got your Fitbit on, strapped and ready to go, because you are going to be walking for a very long time. There is no skipping leg day on this trip. Our Airbnb was centrally located, and living like a local had us dodging traffic and jaywalking across streets like professionals. As well, during our long days of walking, we got to meet much of the local wildlife.
Where'd he go? There he is. He's on the move.
He's on the move, hold on. Hi, Torty.
Torty. Hey, Torts. Tortellini.
As usual, the little guy walked for so many hours each day, much of the time with no problems, and still managed to have a smile on his face at the end of the day. We'd like to think it was because it was such an enriching experience, but I'm pretty sure it was all because of the ice cream. We also had our fair share of stopping at restaurants and cafes, which there was no shortage of. And I'm pretty sure that I am all done with any type of meat that is on a stick, but it was so good. Now, Dominic was able to do so much sightseeing, but still engage in his usual activities like playing and learning, which makes for a very tired boy at the end of the day. And although we did get some beach time in Athens, we did make it out to one of Greece's islands, but we'll save that for another video.
Dominic, is it cold?
Oh, no.
Is it warm?
Yeah?
All in all, Greece was a fantastic experience, and one that will be etched in our memories as we will fondly remember its chaotic city streets and warm, welcoming locals.
Got a cat.
But now, it was time for an early start as we had to make it to the airport for our next flight. This involved a walk with our luggage to the metro station at a pretty early hour, where we met a nice gentleman that proceeded to tell us that we were hurting our child by putting a mask on him, but that it was our choice, followed by some pretty heavy head shaking. But I guess it's nice to know that everyone everywhere around the world has an opinion. We finally got to the airport where we had to check in, but as we were checking in, we saw a man who got kicked out of line because he had fake documents, and after talking with the counter clerk, he was telling us that this happens all the time. Now, this situation that we got to witness just affirms how fortunate and how lucky we are to live the life that we're living. And even the Ryanair employee said that to us. So we're hoping that this experience of traveling with Dominic gives him that appreciation and makes him aware of just how fortunate he is living where he's living. So that concludes our time spent in Greece, and I'm hoping you had fun with us and continue to stay with us as we venture on to our next journey. Until then, we'll see you soon.